Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Subject Computer Science for 12th Standard A section. Last class we completed chapter 12, that is MySQL. We learn how to create database, how to enter data into the database, how to query, how to retrieve, how to update data, and how to create our own user account in MySQL by using SQL language. Now we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 13, Python and CSV file is the part 1. So in this session we are going to cover the 6 topics from this lesson. Number 1, introduction, difference between CSV and XLS files, purpose of CSV file, creating a CSV file using Notepad, create a CSV file using Microsoft Excel, read and write a CSV file using Python. Let's start our new chapter, chapter number 13, first topic, introduction. Of course, Python has a variety of modules are included with its distribution. One among the module is the CSV module, which gives the Python programmer the ability to parse CSV files. So Python modules means they are functions, a varieties of function, a number of functions are bundled in the form of modules in Python software, where a CSV module is one of the famous module which handles the CSV files. Abbreviation of the CSV is comma separated values. So now in this chapter we are going to understand what is CSV files and how we can use these CSV files and what is the purpose of these CSV files. The CSV file is a human readable text file where each line has a number of fields separated by commas or some other delimiters. So see what is CSV file? It is a readable file. It is a normal text file, a notepad file where number of fields are separated by comma and each and every line is considered as a record. So in previous lesson we learned how to store data in the form of table where each and every column is called as field and each and every row is called as record. For that we want to create table, we want to mention data type, we want to use different types of languages like say, commands of SQL. So without using these type of heavy databases, we can use the simple text file for using the for storing the data in the form of database. That is the concept which we discuss here. So that is the definition. A CSV file is a human readable text file where each and every line has a number of fields. It means each and every line is a record and each and every data separated by comma or any other delimiter. Here delimiter refers to any symbol, a common symbol for separating columns. So the basic delimiter is comma. That's why the abbreviation of the CSV is comma separated values. So comma separated values because each and every fields are separated by commas and we store enormous amount of data in a normal text file which occupies very less memory and which is very useful and very useful for storing large amount of data and very useful for handling a flexible data in CSV files. Now we are going to see the difference between CSV and XLS file. So XLS file is a file created using Microsoft Excel. So first point, Excel is a binary file that holds information about all the worksheet in a file including both content and formatting. So the important point is it stores all information regarding content and formatting, but in CSV format is a plain text where format is not with a series of values separated by commas, where format is not considered. Next point is in XLS file can only be read by application that have been specially written to read their format and can only be written in the same way. For example, any file which was created using for example XLS file is created using MS Excel, then if you want to do any manipulation or you want to do any work on the file, but you should use either MS Excel or any other spreadsheet software. Without that special software related to XLS file, you cannot read or you cannot write any data in that particular file. But CSV can be opened with any text editor in Windows like Notepad, MS Excel, OpenOffice, etc. So it is a simple format data which can open by any format, including CSV file can be opened in MS Excel also, in OpenOffice Writer also. Next one is Excel is a spreadsheet that saves a file into its own property format like XLS, XLSX are the extension of the file. But CSV is a format saving tabular information into a delimiter text file with the extension. So here, see the CSV file extension is .csv, whereas the Excel file extension is .xls. The only difference is in CSV file we should you store the data and separate each and every data, that is fields by comma or any other delimiters, and each and every record is considered as a each and every line is considered as a record. Second one is the last point, the last difference is Excel consumes more memory while importing data. Importing CSV file can be much faster and it also consumes less memory. So that's why we use CSV. The important things here we can see that they are very special, they are very plain, and they can be open in any software. Their file extension is .csv. We are saving tabular information into a delimited text, and they are very faster for retrieving and consume less memory. These are the four important features which enables the programmers to use CSV. Now we are going to see the next topic, purpose of CSV. CSV is a simple file format used to store tabular data such as spreadsheet or database. Since they are plain, they are easier to import into a spreadsheet or another storage databases regardless of specific software you are using. So which we already discussed the important points why we use CSV, because CSV are plain text and they are very faster, easier for importing into any software like spreadsheet or any other databases, and without any using specific software, because CSV file didn't expect any software for opening the file or editing the file. You can open a CSV file in a spreadsheet program like Excel, and in also in editor or in a database also. So that's why we use the CSV. This is the purpose of CSV file. Next one is, now we are going to see how to create a CSV file. CSV file can be created and edited using any text editor, but more frequently a CSV file is created by exporting a spreadsheet or database in the program that created. So we are going to see how to create a normal CSV file. So for that we want to follow very small amount of steps. That is, first we want to open any notepad editor, and where we want to open a new file, then enter the data you want the file to contain, separating each value with a comma and each row with a new line. So the only thing which we want to remember is we want to separate each and every data by separating by comma, and each and every line should consider as a record, and save the file and save this content in a file with the extension .csv. You can open the file in Microsoft Excel or any other spreadsheet. So I already created a CSV file, namely demo1.csv. First I will open this file and I will try to tell you how we store the data and how we can open the same CSV file in Excel. So go to the location where I store the CSV file. So in the desktop itself I store the file. So here you can see a new folder, namely demo files for 12th year. In that file there are many CSV files which I already created. One of the first example is demo1.csv. So go to notepad. So from notepad select file, select open for opening a file. So select the location, so desktop demo for 12A, and the file name is CSV. So that's why we should select the file format as all files, then only we can see the file. So if you select the file as text document, you cannot see because the CSV file extension is .csv. So select all files. So select the demo one and open. Now here you can see some of the data. Consider each row as a record. So first record is topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, and second record is 1, 2, 3. Third record is example 1, example 2, example 3. So here you can see each and every data is separated by comma. So now after seeing this file, when you open the demo1 file, see this is the location, this is the file which you open here in notepad. This is the actual original data stored. Now when you open this file in Excel, so if you double click, you can see that file is open in Excel, where each and every data stored in notepad is separated by comma, and each and every data is stored in a Excel sheet in cells. See, so this is the difference between, here you can see topic 1 comma. So comma separate each data. So first data is stored in the first cell, second data stored in the second cell, third data stored in the third cell. So in the same way, in the second row, when you create each and every row is created by entering the pressing the enter key. So this is the condition here. So if you want any additional data to add here in the fourth column, so you can add here. So simply add topic 4 and add another topic 5. So the only condition is you should use commas. After changing the data, if you save, you can see there was an error, because in the same main time we open the output file also. So we should close this Excel file, and when you close the Excel file and try to save, you can see there was no error. After saving the data, when you open again same file demo1, now you can see that two datas are added. So each and every data is separated by comma. This is the simple thing how we can create a simple CSV file. Now we are going to try a new CSV file. So open notepad and create a new file where we can add new CSV file, like for example days comma Sunday. For example, if you want to create a period table, a timetable, for example period 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 periods timetable. So first is Sunday, second row Sunday, third row Monday, the fourth row Tuesday, fifth row Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. So after that we can add some English, CS, Max, Physics. So in the same way we can add some many data to each and every record whichever we want. So after adding necessary data, so I am trying to add more and more data for easy understanding. So after adding the data, like a table format, so I simply delete these two rows, because I need only 4 rows, period Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So when you save a file, select the file name. So the file name is demo. After that, give the extension as .csv. So then only that file will store as a CSV. After that, click save button. Now here you can see a new file is created, demo CSV. When you double click this file, you can see the same file is created in the format of extension. So this is the specialty of CSV. So now we are going to next topic. We know how to create a CSV file. Now we are going to see how to create a CSV file that comma with data. For example, see the table. So this is the data for which we want to create a CSV file. The question is here, data itself contain comma. For example, here 12101 there was no comma. Nivedita there was no comma, but in address you can see Mylapore comma Chennai. Actually we use comma for separating the data, but data itself contain comma. This is the problem here. So see the topic, creating a CSV file that contains comma with the data. For example, this is one. So in the same way, the address Adayar comma Chennai. Gobalapuram, comma Chennai. So this is a single data, but data itself contain comma. So this type of data which contain comma, how we can handle that type of data in CSV file? For that, go to demo2.csv file where uh, you can understand how the data, comma contain data can store in the form of CSV file. So here you can see roll number, name, address is separated by comma, 12101 Nivedita is separated comma. The simple thing, if any data contains comma, then that data should be enclosed within double quotes. So this is how we handle the comma contain data. So the data which contain comma, we should enclose that data within double quotes. The simple rule for using comma contain data in CSV. So now we are going to check the output. Open the demo2 file in Excel. See roll number, name, address 12101 Nivedita Mailapur. So if you add additionally any role, you can add in demo2.csv file. So go to that file. So here I am going to add an additional file. For example, 1001 comma. Here I am adding a new file Abdul comma and adding address as uh, Neelyfield comma Ambur. So after saving the file, when you try to open the file demo2.csv file, you can see the difference. Here in the single column, in 3 rows, all the data are considered as a single data and they are stored in single column. But Neelyfield Ambur is not considered as a single column, single data, because we didn't use double quotation. See here, we didn't use double quotation for Neelyfield Ambur. So if you want to convert it into single data, for example Neelyfield comma Ambur should be considered as a single data, then the comma content data should be enclosed within double quotes. So follow this rule. So I simply adding double quotation. After adding double quotation, I simply save the file and close the file. And when I try to open the demo2.html CSV file, now you can see Neelyfield, Ambur is considered as a single data and stored in a single column. So this is how we handle comma contain data in CSV file. So we are going to see the next topic, creating CSV file that contains double quotes. For example, our data itself contains double quotes. So you want to create a data with the double quoted. For example, double quote cricket, comma, double quote football. So the internal quotation marks need to be double quote so that they can be interpreted correctly. For example, if any data contains double quotation, then you should control all the double quoted data into a single quotation. So you can understand this concept by using the demo3.csv. So open the demo3.csv file where we can see how we can handle double quoted data in CSV file. See, the data is double quotation cricket comma double quotation football. This is the data here which we try to store in CSV file. So what we actually do, we simply add a double quotation. So this is the data which actually we want. For each and every data, we include a double quotation. For double quoted say cricket, we add a single double quotation. See, here is a quotation and here is also another quotation. So in the same way, for football also, double quoted football we need. So for that we add two double quotation before and after of that particular word, and for all the word, for all the data, we add a separate double quotation. So this one is for all the data, that is double quoted cricket comma double quoted football, and this one is for a individual word which contains double quotation. This is how we want to add any double quoted data in the CSV file. Now I am going to add a new data. So here 1 2 3 4 5 comma Rahim comma I am going to add a new data with contain double quotation. So first you open a single double quotation and double quotation. This is the major one where you want to add double quoted string. So I simply add a double quotation for first word which contain double quotation. For example, uh, Ludo. So after that you want to enclose that particular word, and again you want to put comma and add another word where a double quoted string is game. So here you can see I added each and every word with double quotation. I simply save this demo3 and I try to open the file demo3.csv in Microsoft Excel. So here you can see double quoted string is added properly. If you make any mistake in that, then all the dates will be lost. For example, if you remove any double quotation from here, for example, I remove a double quotation for single word. So open the file after saving the necessary changes. See, you cannot see the double quoted string properly enclosed. So this is the rule for using double quotation string in CSV file. I hope you understand properly. So next topic is how to create any CSV file using the Microsoft Excel. So I will check the demo3 file again for proper addition of data. See, they are added properly because of double quotation which enclose the double quoted string itself. Next we are going to see the next topic where we try to understand rules to be followed for format data in CSV. First rule, each record is to be located on a separate line, delimited by line break or pressing enter key. So this is the rule number one. Each and every row should be separated, should be created by using enter key. So this is the symbol which gives you a symbolic representation of enter key. Next, the last record in the file may or may not have any ending line. For example, we can use either enter key for the last record or we cannot use enter key, that is up to our level, but there is no condition for pressing enter key for the last record. Next one, third, there may be an optional header line appearing as the first line of the file with the same format as normal record lines. The header file contain names corresponding to field in the file and should contain the same number of fields as the record in the rest of the file. So here header line refers to the heading columns, for example heading data. For example, now we created the timetable where we put the period 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the header file where header fields should be same as the fields which we used in the rest of lines, and each and every line should be end with the enter key. Next, within the header, each record there may be one or more fields separated by commas. Spaces are considered part of a field and should not be ignored. The last field in record must not be followed by a comma. For example, if you create two fields, then when you enter data, the last data should not contain comma. So this is the rule number 4. The last field in the record must not followed by comma. Next one is fifth rule. Each field may or may not be enclosed in double quotes. If fields are not enclosed with double quotes, then double quotes may not appear inside the field. Of course, we know, just we learned how to use double quoted data in CSV file. So this is the rule which I explained in this fifth point. Next one is sixth rule. Field containing line breaks, double quotes, commas should be enclosed in double quotation. So of course we know, if you want to create a comma related data or any empty data, then they should be enclosed with double quotes. This is the rule. So next one is seventh point. If double quotes are used to enclose fields, then a double quotes appearing inside a field must be preceded with another double quotes. So just we know, understand, if any double quoted data is used in any field, then that double quoted data should be enclosed with the additional double quotes. So these are the simple 7 rules of using field and records in CSV files. Now we are going to see our next topic, create a CSV file using Microsoft Excel. So this is very simple compared to previous method of creating a CSV file using Notepad. So here what we want to do, so very simple thing, launch Excel and open the file you want to save in CSV format. For example, you want to save this file data in this format. So after entering the data, once the data is entered, select the file and save as option, and in the save as type option select CSV comma delimited. So what we want to do, when we try to save the file, after pressing the file save button in the save as option, we want to select this option as CSV comma delimited. Then that particular file is converted into a CSV file. So now we are going to open a Excel where we are trying to create a CSV file. So here I am trying to open the CSV file. First we want to enter all the data. So again I entered periods 1, 2, 3, 4 and days, Sunday, Monday, so Tuesday. After that you can enter any data, chemistry, CS, physics, maths, so and again PET, Urdu. If you leave any data empty in the middle or in the end of the row, then what will happen? See in this example. So after entering the data, I leave this cell. If I leave this data as empty, so after that I entered Tamil, CS, chemistry, and I leave again I leave a second cell as a second cell. So press Ctrl plus S and type the file name, demo for Excel, and select the location. So this is the location where we store all the CSV file, and after that in a save as type select what we want to select, CSV comma delimited. So this is the option we should select. After that press save button. So now the file which we stored is converted as a CSV file. After it will ask some questions and you simply press OK and yes, and then close the file, Excel file, and go to the notepad file where we try to open this file, the CSV file created using Excel. The CSV file created using Excel we are going to open in notepad. So first open the notepad and press Ctrl plus O. Here you can select the file, see demo for Excel, and open. Now you can see period 1, 2, 3, 4, Sunday, chemistry. So whatever data is left as blank is separated by comma here. So this is how we can create Excel, how we create CSV file using Excel software. Now we are going to see the next topic. The Microsoft Excel file has been installed on computer, and the default CSV file should be open automatically in Excel. This is the way we can use the Excel file for using the Excel software for opening CSV file and also for creating a CSV file. Alternatively, you can open MS Microsoft Excel in the menu bar, select file open and select the CSV file, and this is how we already open Excel based CSV file and notepad based CSV file. Now we are going to see next topic, read and write a CSV file using Python. So now we are going to understand how we can read write any CSV file using Python software. So we are in the introduction we learned that there was a special module called a CSV module in Python which is used to read and write the CSV file using Python language. So there are three processes. One is read and write process data from this CSV file. For that in Python there are two ways for reading a CSV file. One is reader function, another one is dictionary reader class. So by in this two way we can uh, read the CSV file. First we try to read a CSV file. After we write, first for reading we have two ways. One is we using reader function, another one is using dictionary reader class. By these two way only we can handle CSV file in Python. So, and there was another way also in Python, which we first understand. After that we go for reader function and dictionary reader class. So the simple thing for reading a file, there was a three step. One, open a file, perform read or write operation, and close the file. So this is the three step for any read or write operation. For that, other than the above mentioned two type, that is reader function and dictionary reader class, there was another method that is called open built-in function is used to open a file using Python program. So open function is also used to open and open any file uh, using Python program. So for that we want to know what is the syntax of open function and what are the different types of modes of the opening a function. So generally there are three modes. One is read, write and append mode, which was generally used as a text or binary file. The default is reading is text mode. In this mode, while reading from the file, the data would be in the format of string. On the other hand, binary mode returns bytes, and this is the mode to be used when dealing with the non-text file like image or exe file. So there are two types of methods for reading a file in Python. One is binary mode, another one is text mode. So binary mode is used for reading image or exe file, whereas text mode file is used for reading text file only. So first we try to understand the text file mode. There are seven modes are here. Number one are the reading file, W writing file, X exclusive creation if the file already exists, the operation files. So open a file for exclusive creation if the file already exists, the operation files. Number A, open for appending at the end of the file without truncating. So these are the different modes which we want to mention at the time of using open function for creating a file. So in the example you can see f is equal to open. This is the open function. We simply open a sample.txt file. Here we want to mention, after putting the comma, we want to mention the mode. If you mention R, then this file open as a reading. This is the default mode. If you mention W, then that file open in write mode. If you mention any other option, then according to that option the mode will change. So if you mention T, then it will open in text mode, the default mode. If you mention B, then in binary mode. If you mention plus, open file for updating. So now we are going to understand how we can open this, how we can open any text file using the open function. And after opening the file, we can close the file using f.close function. There is a two function here. One is open and close function. So in open there are two parameters. One is name of the file or path of the file. Another one is mode of the file. So now we can understand this open close function using file program Python program P13.1. So go to the Python program, so open Python software. Here I already created a file namely P13.1, which contains two functions, open and close function, where we try to open a file and also close a file, and with different modes. So file name is P13.1. So here you can see there was a two function. One is open function, another one is close function. In open function, we mention a full path of the file. If you want to mention a full path of the file, then you should enclose that full path within double quotation. This is the rule number one in open. After that, you can mention the mode. For example, you are opening any file for reading, then you can mention the mode as R. And if you are opening a file for appending, then you can mention the mode as A. All the modes should be enclosed with a single quotation. So after opening the file, if you want to do any appending or reading writing operation, you can execute. After that we can close. So when you compile this program, you can see there is nothing will happen. So it means these two files are open and after that they are closed. So a sample file is open in the read mode and demo1.csv file is open with the append mode. After that they are closed. So here we simply use this function open and close because these open and close functions of Python are not safe. The above method is not entirely safe. If any exceptions occurs when you are performing some operation in this mode, the code exits without closing the file. The best way to do this with the statement. This ensures that the file is closed when the block is inside with exited. So this is not safe, it is not recommended. For that only we are using a two-way of CSV modules. One is reader function, another one is dictionary reader class, which we are going to discuss in the next class, where we try to open a CSV file, create a CSV file using the reader function and dictionary reader function. I hope you understand the topic of this lesson. To understand what is CSV file, what is the use of file open function and close function, how now we are going to see the next topic in the next class. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.